I'm Wayne Russell, Master Chief Boatswain, United States Navy retired. Today is the 29th day of April, 1988. And before I proceed with this presentation, I have several items that I'm very thankful for, and I'd like to share them with you. First, and to give credit where credit is due, this was written by Mr. Amos F. Hurley, a master mason from Montclair, California. Although I've never met Mr. Hurley, I am indeed thankful for him and his contribution. Next, I'm thankful for the United States Navy Recruiting Service here in Little Rock for providing me with this excellent space here to do this taping this morning. And by the way, in July of this year, it will be 56 years since I was processed through this station into a career in the Navy. I'm thankful also for our photographer for the day, Mr. Philip Pennington, who has given his time and his talent and his expertise in documenting this on tape for my children. Louise, Janie, and Rusty, I love you with all my heart. And I dedicate this to you today and to Mother, who is here with me. The title is Old Glory Speaks. For the next few minutes, if you will, just imagine that the flag is speaking to you. I am the flag of the United States of America. I was conceived in the dreams of liberty and in the hopes of freedom. I was designed by the hands of Betsy Ross, and her sewing basket was my cradle. Though I was never an orphan, I was adopted by the Continental Congress in 1777 and proclaimed the national emblem of a nation newly born on the continent, fighting valiantly for survival, and destined to bring to all mankind a new concept of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I have been many places and have seen many things. I have witnessed every event of American history. I was there when they fired the shot heard round the world. I was there in the late twilight at Fort McHenry and inspired Francis Scott Key to write the immortal Star-Spangled Banner, now our national anthem. I saw Molly Pitcher take the cannon swab from the hand of her dead husband and help carry on the fight for freedom. I felt the biting cold at Valley Forge and gave warmth and comfort to General Washington and his tired and hungry Continental Army. I rode with Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys. I saw the signal that started the midnight ride of Paul Revere. I was flown above the decks of Old Ironside and from the mast of the Yankee and China Clippers. I blazed the trail with Daniel Boone and David Crockett. I led the settlers coming west and crossed Death Valley in a covered wagon. I was carried through the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli by the United States Marines. Once I fell to the ground at Custer's last stand, and there were no living hands left to pick me up. I galloped up the slopes of San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders of the United States Cavalry. I stayed with the boys until it was over there, and on the battlefields of the Marne, Chateau Thierry, Saint-Mihiel, and the Oregon Forest. I saw many of the youth and manhood of our national fall and lie still in death. They had given their last full measure of devotion. The war was over for them forever, and I kept my lonely vigil over their graves and stayed to watch the poppies grow amid the crosses, row on row in Flanders Field. I was raised by 5 brave men during the hell of Iwo Jima. I wave farewell to the 4 immortal chaplains who went down with their ship and to honored glory. I am many things to many people. I am an inseparable link in the chain that binds men to God and country. Each link welded in the fires of purity by the sacred hands of God himself. And because I'm on the side of God, the godless would destroy me, but they dare not. Because I am protected by the mighty land armies of the nation, the powerful and deadly fleet of the Navy, and the screaming eagles of the Air Force, watching and waiting to swoop down and destroy anything that could harm me. To some, I am yesterday, today, and tomorrow. To others, I am a glorious child. To some, a grand old man or a most gracious lady. I have several names. I'm called the Red, White, and Blue, the Star-Spangled Banner, the Stars and Stripes, but I'm most commonly known by a nickname given to me by an old sea captain who called me Old Glory. I have been changed much during my 192 years. I still have my original 13 stripes, but as each state came into the Union, a new star was proudly added to the constellation of my blue field. It started with 13 stars. Now there are 50. Many more things I would like to tell you, but we haven't time. But I do want to see you again. I am easy to find. I am everywhere. I am in the homes of the poor, in the mansions of the rich, in Independence Hall with the Declaration of Independence and the Liberty Bell. I am in the White House with the President. I am in all the churches, cathedrals, and synagogues, in the Council of the Boy and Girl Scouts of America. I'm in all the schools where they pledge allegiance to me. I drape the caskets of our nation's heroes born to their last resting place. The caskets of presidents, generals, admirals, humble privates, and the unknown soldier. Wherever free men gather, wherever there is justice, equality, faith, hope, charity, truth, or brotherly love, there too am I. A short while ago, I was flown over the nation's capital, gazing proudly across the land of the free and waving to the homes of the brave. Then I was lowered and given by a grateful nation to a great congressman who brought me across the continent to the shores of the Pacific and presented me to a group of veterans of World War I at Patriotic Hall in the city of Los Angeles to become their official flag. And with fitting ceremonies, I was carried by tired old hands and posted in a position of honor near the Holy Bible. And there I shall remain until, like the old soldiers, I'll just fade away and be retired by time alone. And may history never write my obituary, for I am the Stars and Stripes forever. I am Old Glory.